Are you thinking of getting the Rivelia? Keen to know what it's like having it and what it can do? In this video, I'll do a walkthrough of the machine. I'll measure its dimensions and weight, show you all the drinks it can make, and all the fun things you can do with it. At the end of this video, I'm hoping you'll know how to maximize its value. Okay, let's get to it.
Let's first look at the dimensions.
It's 43 or 44 centimeters. Basically 35 centimeters wide. Yeah, that's 38 centimeters. That's 30 centimeters. Now I want to measure the lead too. I guess it would be good for you to know where you could place it or if you need to buy an extension wire. That's 122 centimeters. Now to determine the weight of the machine, I don't have like a fancy weighing scale for stuff. I'm gonna just take my weight and then take my weight carrying the machine and then derive the number from there. Currently I'm at 76 kilograms. Okay, so I've emptied the water tank, the milk carafe, the pulp bin, and the bean hopper. So I wanna measure it with everything in place. Don't do this at home. I think it's dangerous. So that's 87 kilograms. I think that's pretty good. 11 kilograms in total. Not a heavy machine, I have to say. Seeing as I don't want to waste too much milk, I just put some water in. So that's 500 now. Let's see how much it can go before it, I don't know, reaches the black bit of the carafe head. So this is an additional 100. Oh, that's too much. Okay, so yes, 500 is good. 500 is the max safe before it overflows, because that's already gonna overflow. I didn't even get to 100 mils. Now I'm going to show you how much water the water tank can hold with the filter in it, because it's always recommended to use the filter, of course. What's left here is 250 and what's 500, so that's a total of 1.25 liters of water with the filter. Calibrating it to 0. $285. Pretty good. Because Delonghi actually says 250, so we can actually go beyond that. Now I want to give you an idea of how noisy the machine is. To do that, I'm going to be recording the machine while it's making coffee from 3 areas. First, I'm going to record it right in front of the machine, and next, while this phone is in an adjacent room. And thirdly, I'm going to record the machine making coffee while I'm in a room right above it. Now our bedroom is right above the kitchen, so I'll listen to it here. Now I'm going to show you all the buttons on the top. So here you got the profile button where you can switch between different profiles. There, that's my wife's, that's mine, that's for a guest of ours. This is the test profile that I made. This is the power button, not going to press that now. And now this button, it will show all the drink options you can make that are milk based. So if I press that, you'll notice that all these drinks here will change. Cortado, cappuccino mix, cafe latte, cappuccino, flat white, espresso macchiato, latte macchiato, and hot milk. And this button will show all the drinks you can make that don't have milk in it. Just all those black coffees. There. The espresso, americano, long black, espresso lungo, coffee, the regular coffee. This is iced americano, double espresso, iced coffee, iced espresso. And that's all the buttons there. Now, if you press this button, it'll also make you switch between profiles, but this is where you create, delete, or edit a profile. In my video on the awesome things I love about the Rivelia, there's a segment there where I talk about how to do it. It's fun. Now, this button is your coffee routine. So this machine actually records the details of your coffee when you make it during the day, like in the morning, lunchtime, or later in the afternoon. It does that, so you can see your stats here. Now this button will take you to the bean adapt function, where the machine will guide you on how to adjust the settings on the machine so that you can maximize the flavor of a specific bean. In my video on the annoying things I hate about the Rivelia, there's a segment there where I talk about the bean adapt technology more. You can check that out. Here, if you go to the sprocket button, it'll show you all the panels that make you adjust stuff with the machine. So first panel would be rinsing. So if you want to rinse the pipes of the machine, you just press yes and it'll start rinsing. It also has a descaling option. If you want to descale the machine, you just press start. I have a video on both the rinsing and descaling, how to clean it basically. The water filter. There's a panel here for the water filter. If the water filter needs changing, it'll guide you through the process. A general panel which shows the beeping sound and the energy saving option. I would just keep the energy saving option, of course. And I like the beep sound. It tells me that I've clicked something. And yeah, you can adjust the auto off time. So you have like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour to 3 hours. I just go for 15 minutes. I think that's also an energy saving thing for me. And support here, you can see a panel where there's a QR code that directs you to Delonghi support team. That's pretty good. And the grind and empty panel. So I rarely go into this because I only grind and empty if I swap the bean hoppers. Milk carafe cleaning, a panel that talks about how to clean the milk carafe. That's also included in my video on how to clean the machine if you want to check that out. Coffee temperature, if you want to set the temperature, you just go through here. So there's low, medium, and high. I also talk about this in my video on how to adjust the temperature settings and all that. And also it has a panel on the statistics about your drinking. It even shows you how the total descaling that you've made, total milk cleans, and total filters. Yeah, so it's pretty good. The language panel, you can choose which language you want the machine to use. Yeah, you can set it. You have a lot of options here. English, Italian, Dutch, French, Polish, Slovenian, Greek, Spanish. It's got a nice variety of languages. I like it. You can set the date and time here, and the grinder settings, it'll guide you through how to adjust the grinder. That's also included in my video on how to make adjustments with your coffee machine. A panel about the water hardness. So with the water hardness, you actually have to tell the machine how hard your water is. It actually allows it to maximize descaling time between descales. Like if the water is too hard, that means it needs to descale more. But if your water is pretty good, it'll descale less. So it'll save you energy and time. Drain water. In this panel, you can tell the machine to drain all the water that's in the pipes. Also, a panel on how to reset the machine to default values. Basically, factory settings. It's pretty good because you can either reset it to factory settings, the whole of the machine, or just a single profile, which is actually pretty good. Now this button right here underneath the drink icons, that's where you make adjustments to your drinks. There's the quick way to make adjustments, and there's also a more detailed and more specific way to do that. You can check that out. And that's the end of this walkthrough. I hope I've given you a good idea of what it's like having it and what it can do. I've owned the Magnifica Evo for a couple of years already. It's definitely an upgrade for me. It's got a good size, it's fairly light, and it's got a lot of options. It's made things that I did with the Magnifica Evo a lot easier, so that's a plus for me. Thanks for watching this video. If you found value in it, give it a thumbs up and share it to someone who might need it. See you in the next one. Bye.